Crypto made millionaires overnight and destroyed them just as fast. Not through hacks, not through scams, but through mistakes. Human mistakes, typos, panic clicks, forgotten passwords. Today we're going to dive into the most expensive self-inflicted disasters in crypto history. And some of these cost hundreds of millions, and all of them were avoidable. So don't forget to hit that subscribe button if you like this content. But let's start with the man that threw away 800 million. James Howell was an early Bitcoin miner. In 2013, during his routine house cleanup, he tossed out an old hard drive. That hard drive contained the private keys for over 8,000 Bitcoin. At today's price, it would be over 800 million. At first, he thought nothing about it, just another dusty device toast with another old keyboard and broken cables. It wasn't until months later that he realized that that wasn't just it. Panic set in, then obsession. He spent the last 10 years trying to convince his local council in Wales to let him excavate the landfill. So far, he's been denied. He offered to found it himself, backed up by venture capital and robots. He proposed drone mapping, AI-powered digging arms, even offering a city a percentage of the recovered funds. Still nothing. He says he knows exactly where it is, buried under tons of trash. And yes, it's real. It's on the blockchain. The coins are still there, unmoved. But the question is, how long until someone finds them, or will they be underground forever? And don't forget to hit that like button if you knew this story. But now let's talk about the lost transaction. In 2020, a developer accidentally sent 300 million in tokens to an unrecoverable address. Why? A smart contract error. One wrong digit. This was in the DeFi protocol's Swerve Finance, involving the DeFi ecosystem. It wasn't a hack, it wasn't a malice, it was a simple copy-paste mistake. And that's what made it worse. There were no alarms and no alerts, the transaction was confirmed, and the funds vanished into the void. It became a symbol, not of failure, but of how fragile code really is. 300 million wiped out by a keyboard shortcut. The dev later on posted an apology, but in DeFi, sorry doesn't get your money back. The blockchain doesn't care about intent. But this one now is a really good one. In 2016, Ethereum's biggest project was DAO, a decentralized VC fund. It raised over 150 million in Ethereum. It was revolutionary. Investors pooled capital, voted where they wanted to allocate it, and code was placed with bathrooms until a hacker found a loophole in the smart contract. They began to take funds, slowly but strategically. The Ethereum community panicked and they chose something unprecedented. They forked their entire chain. Ethereum split into two. The new chain became Ethereum, and the old unchained one, Ethereum Classic. It divided the community. One side saw it as justice, and the other one saw betrayal, a violation of the blockchain's core principle, immunity. It wasn't just a bug, it was a philosophical crisis. A reminder that not even trustless systems require trust. But just imagine being a man that forgot his password. Stephen Thomas was given 7,000 bitcoins for a project that he worked in 2011. He stored it in an encrypted Iron Key hard drive. The value today, over 400 million. But there's just one problem. He forgot the password, and the Iron Key only gives you 10 tries. He's used 8. 2 guesses left, and the hard drive will self-destruct it forever. He's since locked it away in a vault, afraid to touch it. In interviews, he speaks calmly, but obviously there is an undercurrent of loss, frustration, and helpless. At the time, Bitcoin was novelty, digital monopoly money. Now it's a life-changing wealth, just out of reach. He's even considered hiring hypnotists, memory specialists, tech firms, but so far the drive waits, and so does he. But if you've ever been charged with high fees while doing a transaction, wait for this. Imagine sending $1,000 and paying 3 million gas fee. That's exactly what happened in September 2023. It just was a routine Ethereum transfer, except someone, a dev, Patros, manually edited the gas settings, and instead of setting it to a normal value, they left it wide open. The result? 3.1 million burned in a single transaction. To their credit, F2 pool, the mining pool that validated the block, refunded it. But we must say that they didn't have to, because normally the miners keep the fees. This was a 1 in a million mercy. The incident shocked the whole industry, and even regulated firms could make this mistake. So what hope do the rest of us have? It was a wake-up call. Crypto gives you control, but it also gives you full responsibility. And if you've made it up to here, please hit that subscribe button and leave me a comment down below, because this one is my favorite. In 2021, the founder of Tether Gold tried to test a burn function on his live contract. He meant to remove 90 TES tokens. Instead, he removed 90 million worth of real circulating assets. One wrong function call, no undo button. The transaction was public, the wallet was verified, the audit had cleared the contract days before. Within minutes, the token price fluctuated widely. Confusing spreads, rumors flew. Investors obviously panicked. And all of it because the developer forgot to switch from mainnet to testnet. It's the kind of mistake that every coder has nightmares about, except this one, that was real. And here we must say that in crypto, your worst enemy can be your own keyboard. These mistakes weren't caused by hackers, they weren't black swan events, they were typos, fat fingers, moments of distraction. Crypto can be very powerful, but obviously it is unforgiving. So double check that address, back up your keys, and maybe don't store 400 millions on a USB stick. And don't forget to like if you've ever made a mistake in crypto, even just buying the wrong coin. Comment your most painful moment below, and subscribe if you want more stories that hurt, teach, and stick with you.